Yeah. All right. All right. Welcome to the SAVVEE Show. I am David Wilson. This is Savage. Yep. Welcome to No Nonsense Market Domination pre-show here on Facebook, here on YouTube, here on Periscope, Twitter, and here on Twitch. Yes. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you're a returning viewer, we thank you so much for being back. Appreciate that. Yep. Now, if you're here for the first time, then wow, amazingly, you never heard of this, but that's okay. But welcome. Yes, we're gonna have a great time. This is. Let me back up. We're broadcasting live from the capital of the South, Richmond, Virginia, USA, but we are being broadcast all over the world. In fact, on IBGR.Network, our internationally broadcast business radio show is broadcast in over 80% of the entire world. 80% of the entire world. And that's pretty much, so 20% of the world is Antarctica and there's nobody really there. So that's pretty much the whole world. It's pretty much the whole world. Yeah. Don't write me. So if you're a geography teacher, don't write me. I know there's probably people in Antarctica. Anyway. So we actually do have a show to do. So the show that we're going to do is called this week. Well, we have this show every week, broadcasting live 3 p.m. Let me put my clock up, make sure I'm paying attention. Because right now you're behind the scenes. Okay. So I'm going to put the show on in the background so I can hear it. So I know what my cues are. I'll tell you a little bit about what we're doing here. No Nonsense Market Domination. This is season 5. And the theme of this season, well, the name of my season, right? The name of my season is the Future of Business Savagery. The Future of Business Savagery. The theme of IBGR season is actually reimagine your business. And I've tweaked that a bit to reimagine you. Reimagine you. So what does that mean? Reimagining you, the business owner, reimagining you, the entrepreneur. So everything that is about the business owner, we're gonna touch on this season in one form or another. Maybe not everything, but a lot of stuff. We're gonna touch on. So we have had shows about the mental aspect of the entrepreneur, the physical aspect of the entrepreneur. So mental health, physical health. Couple weeks ago we had, I don't remember. A couple weeks ago we had the myth of work-life balance. And this week we're talking about savvy tech. So savvy technology, the technology that makes us the business savages we are. So next week's show is going to be about productivity. And kind of some of the stuff we're going to talk about today is going to be about productivity as well. So just want to make sure, I don't know, it'll make sense next week. We'll have a whole week to come up with some new stuff. So I'm not really worried about it. For all of you jumping on, I want to make sure everybody can hear me and see me okay. So if you can put something in the chat indicating such, that would be great. Because it'll let me know that everything is being broadcast well. Emotes from the Twitchers out there. So I certainly appreciate that. Emotes from the Twitchers. Twitch is a cool platform. So I like that. Happy to be broadcasting from there. We are about 12 minutes to live. If you haven't been backstage with me before, we're going to do some sound checks. We're going to do some lighting checks. Going to make sure we are connected to the studio downtown, and we're going to do the best we can because the show's name is Savvy Tech. So we want to make sure our tech is savvy today for the show, right? All right, so let's see. About 11 minutes. I may have said that already. 11 minutes to live. Couple things. Scrolling at the bottom is a new service of Fund You Ups. So Fund You Up, we help small, mid-sized businesses get funding when traditional means are not available. A lot of times we've been getting inquiries from startups and pre-startups. So these are people who may have ideas. These are people that may have viable ideas. And usually it's just one person. There's one person, hey, I have this, I'm going to be, I don't know, applying for a grant to get. I'm going to be selling to this company. I'm going to be, but you don't have revenue. So one of the prerequisites to working with Fund You Up has always been the company being operating. So we need to work with companies that have been in business, generally speaking, at least 6 months with revenue. So if you have 6 months with revenue, we can help you in some manner. But if you don't have any revenue, we really can't help. But now we can, and that's a great thing. And I'm proud and pleased to introduce, and it's scrolling at the bottom, Fund You Up Personal Loans. So Fund You Up Personal Loans, go to personalloans.fundyouup.com, personalloans.fundyouup.com. So we have partners there that are open, able, willing to lend to individuals, which is not something we normally have done in the past. What we found is a lot of these startups, they need that type of funding. So it's a really quick and easy way, especially if your credit is in good standing, to get that money you need way upfront to actually start the business, to actually business cards, t-shirts. You might need a business vehicle. You might need anything, all of that startup stuff that you're going to need. You can go get you can qualify for a personal loan, and then from there start the business. And then when the business is ready to be funded, that's when we can come in and help. So got about 8 minutes to live. 8 minutes to live. So we're gonna let that scroll for a bit. Then we'll change it up. You can always go to allthingsdavidwilson.com and find everything there. So that's my landing page. It's cool to have a landing page. I have like a personal landing page. That's me. So allthingsdavidwilson.com and check that out. In the meantime, when we go to avatar like this, that means I'm here, but obviously I'm off camera. So we're just going to do a couple checks. Okay, wait, Steve is now in the building. Steve Namin Eufemi is in the building. That's the in-studio engineer. So what's going on, Steve? Just in time. Let's go ahead and do our checks. Mic check downtown. Check. That's real cool. See, because that's how the professionals do it. Yeah, that's how the professionals do it. Okay, lighting is good, yes. Lighting is good. Up on all Facebook's good, all YouTube's good. Periscope is good. Twitch is good. About 6 minutes to live. 6 minutes to live. 6 minutes to live. Yep. Check. Soundboard check. Good. Got 5 minutes to live. 5 minutes to live. Sound is good. Video is good. Downtown. Last check. Number one check. All right, we are back. So I put in the chat the website to personalloans.fundyouup.com, personalloans.fundyouup.com. And again, you go there and you can apply. You have different options to apply for a personal loan. So that's a good thing. All right, we are getting ready to go live pretty soon. Before I get started, big shout out to the folks over at the Superfoods Company. So I had one of these today. It's called Super Coffee. And this right here, man, listen, no jitters, great energy, good stuff in it too. If I can read it, let's see. It's got real coffee in it. Coffee. That's the right pronunciation. But none of those funky energy. Like I can't even remember the name of some of that stuff that they banned. So none of that stuff. So I don't feel jittery, but I feel energetic. I feel open-minded. So that's a good thing. All right, Twitch coming in Bedrock, Twitch. I know. Don't write me. I know it's twist, but don't. It didn't. It's not twist though. It's Twitch. So that's how we make that work. All right. Heard your voice this morning. Just feel like singing sometimes. But it's not free. I don't sing for free. I mean, I guess. All right, here we go, guys. We are. Oh, yeah, 2.5 minutes to live. All right, here we go. We're getting ready to get this thing going. We're gonna have a great show. Savvy Tech is the name of the show. So we're gonna talk about all kinds of tech stuff that makes the business owner, the entrepreneur savvy, right? So you can be like me, savvy. Yeah, I know. That's a thing. All right. We're going to go to Avatar in just a moment, and then we're going to come back live. Let's have a good show. Steve, you ready? Yep. All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me on the pre-show, No Nonsense Market Domination. Let us change our banner. Well, and we'll go to Avatar. That's real early. Let's go to Avatar. So we are just a hair ahead of schedule from downtown. Just want to make sure my timing is good. But we are. All right, here we go. 30 seconds to live. Let's have a good show. Let's have a great show. Final checks. Good to go. Ooh.
Our URL, and that's IBGR.Network. We provide live and recorded shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on Wanted Entrepreneurs.
You ready? Then call my name. No, I said it right. Call my name. SAVVEE. Let's go. Welcome to the SAVVEE Show. I am David Wilson, Business Savage. Welcome to No Nonsense Market Domination here on IBGR.Network. You like that, right? Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I know. IBGR.Network, Profit Radio. By entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. No matter what stage of business you're in, we are here to help. From pre-startup to startup, growth to hockey stick growth, smooth and steady, nice and easy. This business is running well. To I want to retire and do intros for radio shows and podcasts. So you could do that. Doesn't matter what stage of business you're in. Come grow with us. Come grow with us. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So shout out to all of our returning. Well, shout out to our new listeners. New listeners, we'll do that. We'll do them first. So thank you guys for coming on. New listeners on listening on the radio. And we also have new viewers who are watching us. So if you didn't know this, if you're listening to the radio and you didn't know this, don't stop listening to the radio, because you can do both. So you can listen to the radio and you can actually watch me on Facebook, on YouTube, on Periscope, Twitter, and on Twitch. Twitch is a cool place to be there. Twitch is a cool place to be. So up and coming platform. I think they will surpass MySpace. Actually, they probably surpassed MySpace when they started, like day one. So nothing against Justin Timberlake. I'm just saying that's what happened. Okay. This season, the future of business savagery, and the theme. We're going to have a theme. like on a Christmas story with Ralphie's claps. The theme of this season is reimagine your business, right? Reimagine your business. Of course, I had to tweak it, had to tweak and put like turn the jacket inside out and be all different and say reimagine you, because really what we're doing, the focus of any business, you can't reimagine the business if you don't reimagine the entrepreneur, right? Does that make sense? So we need to start at the source, and the source is the business owner, right? Cool. All right. Oh, I don't even think I thanked. And thank you to all of our returning listeners. That if I didn't thank you, I have a lot of anyway. Thank you. I appreciate that. And as I say every week, if it were not for our viewers and listeners, we would have a show. It's just nobody would be watching or listening. So that's fine. Also, want a big thank you and welcome to our in studio engineer, Steve. Namin Eufemi, SNY. Steve's in the house. And shout out to our show sponsor, NutriChamps. NutriChamps, for people, a lot of people ask me, they say, Savvy, where do you get your nutrition from, Savvy? And I say to them, that's a really good question. And it's a company called NutriChamps. NutriChamps is where I get all my Savage nutrition. They supplements, vitamins, minerals, and it keeps me going. So if you want to have savage nutrition like Savvy does, right? So go to NutriChamps.com, use the code TheSavage1, TheSavage, number 1. That's my code. And if you use that, you'll get free stuff. You'll get some percentages off of your order. And you too can be a savage like me. So champion your life. Champion your life. So today we're going to be focusing on, and you know what? One more thing. So in terms of like, and this is off the cuff. Trust me, I have, all this stuff is written. See, I have cards. So if you're watching, I do have cards that I write down. And it's not like that funny language that's on the website. Like before you start the website, it's like Aaron Sherman and all that gibberish. There's actually stuff I wrote down. But I do want to send a shout out to the Superfoods Company, because this right here, this super coffee, picked this up on a whim, and this is awesome. I just feel great. So that is product placement right there. Not craft super cheese food, but real stuff that's going to be healthy. At IBGR, we are broadcast in over 80% of the world. If you want to connect with me, you can do that in 2 ways. Go to IBGR. Go to IBGR and find my landing page. Just search for David Wilson, the Business Savage, and you can get to my landing page. You can also go to, it's 3. You can go to All Things David Wilson and find all my stuff there. You can also go to your favorite app store for your phone, right? For your cellular phone, and you can go to the Android store or the Apple store, and down if they're still around. Apple's in court right now, but that's it. I think right now it doesn't affect us. But download IBGR. You can listen to any of the online talent, on air talent, and anytime you want. And get this. See, here's the kicker. All right, here's the kicker. You too, you can have anytime you want. You can have Savvy in the palm of your hand and listen. Right? That's awesome. All right. Lastly, should I do this next segment? Should we do this next segment? Yeah, we'll wait for next segment to do that. when we come back from break, because I'm kind of hogging the air with a bunch of stuff. I'm excited about this episode because we're going to talk about something I have coined technological efficiencies. Not like that's like brilliant or anything, but technological efficiency. So we're going to be talking about the things I have planned, 3 to 5 tools, and it's techie stuff, right? Techie stuff. And I'm not really like techie, but I learned to be techie. I'll get into the story of when I really learned to be techie. A friend of mine way back in the day, two actually, really plugged me into like software. Cat named Ben Meredith, cat named Doug Lucy. And I remember having conversations with them about just all kinds of different tools and hacks and whatnot. But this was 15 years ago. So this was all new to me, right? So I'm walking around, I have a notebook and whatnot, and they're walking around with Palm Pilots and whatnot. So it was that type of thing. So they really introduced me to technology and how we can take advantage of technology and really make our businesses more efficient. And there's certain things we should be doing to make our businesses more efficient, right? So that was my idea. I had an idea. had an idea about the next segment. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about those things, and I'm going to give you a couple scenarios where it can help, and hopefully you'll be able to take some of these away and use them in your business. If you don't have to take notes now. You'll be able to find all of this stuff later on allthingsdavidwilson.com, and you can just take a look at the link. There's going to be links there and such where you can click on it and take a look. So, all right, that's it. Remember, get your app, and when we return, we are going to dig into video. So the platform I'm on now is going to be very, very, very important and relevant in just a moment. Okay? So we'll see you on the other side. All right.
So we'll see you on the other side.
All right, that sounds really, really, really good. I'm very happy with that. So that's good. All right, how's that sound to you guys? Give me something. Give me some. What is that? Wings? Give me some wings, or give me some something. That's right. You heard it. What we're trying not to do. We're trying not to get what's my man's name? Agent. We're trying not to get the agent on our tail. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen, because Kwame warned me about this. So. All right, next segment. Yeah, that's right, Agent Smith. So we don't want Agent Smith coming through. Agent Smith is like the music police. So we don't want that to happen. All right. Okay.
Watch my free video. Get started today.
What's the time on that? All right, 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Why does it exist?
1 minute to live.
Why do your customers care? If you're not sure.
Thank you for all the comments. I appreciate those. Let's make sure you're letting me know if anything changes in audio, anything changes in video. Let me know if you like my haircut. Yeah, don't do that. I'm just kidding.
Challenge normal. We're a full service, creative, design, and media agency. We trade in innovative ideas.
45 seconds to live. 45 seconds to live.
That gets maximum results and return on your marketing.
Oh boy, I'm just drinking this super coffee right now on live, just because. Oh wait, here we go. Yikes. All right, welcome back to the SAVVEE Show. I am David Wilson, the Business Savage. No nonsense market domination here on IBGR.Network, on Facebook, on Instagram. Oops, getting fined. On YouTube, on Periscope, Twitter, and on Twitch. Yes. So thank you for coming back with me. IBGR Profit Radio. We are an internationally broadcast business radio station found on the internet that is by entrepreneurs and for entrepreneurs. We help business owners no matter what stage of business you're in. From pre-startup to startup, growth to hockey stick growth, to nice and easy, slow and steady. Business is going well, to it is time to retire and make personalized overlays for StreamYard. It's a thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter. That's the whole point. So come grow with us. That pause. It's all about that pause. Okay? It's all about that pause. All right. Let's get to the show, huh? I remember, so we're talking about savvy tech. That's the title of the show. Before I move on, that little piece about from pre-startup to startup. A great thing happened this week for my company Fund You Up. We launched a new product, a new set of products, and it's specifically for the pre-startup and the startup. So for us, we've always been unable to fund the pre-startup or the startup because they don't have any revenue. So our funding is based upon the 80% of our decision is based on the revenue generated by the company. And we need you to be in business for 6 months or more. And if you're not in business at all, so if you're pre-revenue, so pre-startup, or startup, most startups don't have any revenue. Many startups don't have any revenue, and we weren't able to help you, but now we can. So we have partnered with some companies to offer personal loans to business owners. So if you go to personal loans, personalloans.fundyouup.com. personalloans.fundyouup.com. If you go there, you can get a personal loan if you're a business owner. Pass it on to someone else who needs a personal loan and they're a business owner. So these are largely for folks, doesn't matter your credit, who need money for startup, for their startup. So check that out, personalloans.fundyouup.com. It is now scrolling at the bottom of the screen. If you're listening to the radio, it is not scrolling at the bottom of the screen. So savvy tech. So I remember this segment was introduced to me by a friend of mine, and this friend changed everything everything for me. Her name is Corona. Right? Right. So by show of hands, how many people's lives were also changed by Corona? So in many ways, for businesses, COVID-19, coronavirus, global pandemic, forced people's hands. So if you weren't tech savvy before, you better learn how to be tech savvy now, or you're not going to make it. You're not going to survive. Because it got to a point, especially in that initial. So I'm not everywhere, so I don't know exactly what was going on all over the world, but I do know here in Los Estados Unidos that there was a time when everyone was home. It was just completely locked down. People were not going out. In some places, you weren't able to go out. You weren't allowed to go out, and that's just what it was. Yet, we as business owners, we as entrepreneurs, had to keep moving. One of the things Bill Eastman says on his show here on IBGR is, small businesses employ like some crazy percentage, like 90% of the people in the world are employed by small businesses. And when small businesses stop running, like everything stops, and it was really challenging for a lot of business owners, right? And we were forced to do things we hadn't done before. Also, the lockdown gave people. So it was that and these are opportunities. So these while they were challenges, they were also opportunities. So you had to learn technology, but a lot of people also took the opportunity to make some changes in their businesses that had been perhaps long overdue. And one of those for me, and then I'll get into the tech behind it. Was something that a cat named Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, you may know him as, and he started just by doing videos of wine from Jersey. He had a wine store, and his business wasn't going all that well, so he decided, I'm just going to make videos of wine and how to taste it, how to drink it, what to pair it with, and just post it. And he started doing that, and nobody was paying attention. No one was paying attention. No one was watching until people were paying attention and people were watching. And then he ended up becoming like this big video guru guy that is an influencer on LinkedIn. Right. So here's one of the things he says, though. Video is a must. I don't know if that's a quote. It's probably not. But video, you have to be doing video. And because people, it's changing because we're doing some stuff in person, but at that time, if you weren't doing video, like nobody saw you, you weren't around, you weren't present. I had some videos, I had an archive of some videos, but they were okay. I wasn't really intentional, right? So if you're watching me now, if you are watching me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, Twitter, the savvy shift I made in this tech savvy shift was with a company called StreamYard. So some of you may have heard of StreamYard, StreamYard.com. You'll find a link somewhere at some point. I'll get that for you. But I could have been more forward thinking on that. Actually, no, it might be in the show notes. If not, you'll find it, and I'll get that for you. So StreamYard provides this type of platform where I can not only make videos with these cool overlays, with banners scrolling at the bottom, but I have my products. I have my I'm live. I'm live right now on 8 different places. Right now, I'm live right now on 8 different places. So we're not talking about Zoom. This is not a Zoom competitor. Zoom's for meetings. StreamYard is for creating, for videos, for presence, for influencing, for all the stuff that I'm hopefully doing right now. For you. Am I doing it? Okay, cool. So I'm doing all the stuff that I'm doing right now for you guys. And if you're not on video, great point that came in from Peanut Gallery. So Tiano on Twitch, I watch YouTube influencers and video almost as much as I watch TV. So it's being replaced. And I think the reason there's such a plethora of choices and options out there is because people had so much time to create it. And no, really, people had so much time to create it. Thank you for that comment. So StreamYard has been awesome for me. It's allowed me, so you can record videos, you can download video, you can download just the audio, you can broadcast to multiple platforms at the same time. You can scroll at the bottom, overlays. You can invite people to your show, and it's just been great. It's been a great a great investment. So thanks to the guys at StreamYard, and I would urge you guys to take a look at StreamYard. Don't look at it until I give you my link, though, because I can get stuff for it. So just be patient. Look at it when I send that to you. All right, so we're going to move on to the next segment of our show shortly, and we're going to talk about, I don't know what we're going to talk about. Oh yeah, when your hand is forced, you need to be very efficient with your calendar. So we're going to dig into that when we come back. SAVVEE. All right. Good. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can do this for you guys.
Station director at IBGR. If you listen to any of our broadcasts, you know we consider all entrepreneurs part of one family. People who are the heroes of our society.
I'm not going to try that. So it's trying to get you the code, but I won't worry about that now. Control the controllables, so worry about that later. All right, so third segment, we're going to talk about the calendar.
It is simple to do. Go to our Join Us page, sign up, and become part of the most important global community. Never forget.
Guys having fun? If you're having fun, let me hear you say yeah, Steve Harvey. Let me hear you say yeah. See, I did that because somebody already said yeah. So it's like one. Yeah, I love that, man. All right. We're having fun, guys. This is a blast.
We're here to help you get it. We help small and mid-sized businesses get funding, both secured and unsecured, when traditional means are not available.
Whew.
Go to our website, www.fundyouup.com. That's www.
All right. So make sure you're staying hydrated. Coffee is not water. It's not the same thing.
Click on the box that says "Get Pre-Qualified Now" and see how much we can
All right. 30 seconds to live. Actually, yeah, 20 seconds to live. Here we go. All right, welcome back to the SAVVEE Show. I am David Wilson, Business Savage. No nonsense market domination here on IBGR.Network. Welcome back. Yeah, welcome back. So we were talking in the last segment about Corona forcing our hand and how it forced my hand to be more techie. For businesses, I guess depending on the stage of business you're in, for businesses who were, I'll speak for myself, and I've been in an organization called BNI, Business Network International. I will be officially next month, the month of June, I will be moving into my actual 25th year in the organization. And they no longer allow toddlers in the organization, but that's when I started. So I've always been an in-person network. So that's the BNI is a networking organization. In-person networking. There's chapters all over the world. It's been in business for 35 years. And we meet in person, one person per profession. People are getting together and they exchange referrals, they build relationships, and it's awesome. All of that stopped when Corona hit. All of that stopped because no one was meeting in person anymore, because of the pandemic, and that had different effects on different people. I don't want to get into all of the whining and stuff. That's a little it's a touchy subject for me because people are dying, and then you have people complaining about, I can't see my friend and sit down, and it's just I don't know. I'll admit, and you know what? If you don't like that, write me. So because it's I don't want to go down that rabbit hole anyway. You won't write me anyways, so you'll just tweet it. You'll just tweet it and delete it probably, and then go about your business. No, he didn't say that. Why are you so? So let me not have to finish. Oh, see. Okay, so I admit that I had my crying in the corner moment. I did when I was like, no, it's true. It's true. I had my crying in the corner moment where I said, oh my God, and I didn't whine though. I didn't sound like that. But it was just like, what are we gonna do? And we just had to change. We just had to adapt. And I imagine like being a dinosaur when the ice age came. It was like, yo, how did it get so cold all of a sudden? Or no, I guess it would be the opposite. Wow, how I get so warm all of a sudden? And what's this stuff? And you either get used to it and get a fur coat, or I guess go swimming. Where is this going? What are you doing? My point is, it's live television, folks, live radio here. The point is, we had to adapt, and we were forced to network electronically. So all of our meetings moved online, moved to Zoom, but we also had to keep building our businesses. We also had to keep meeting new people. We had to have meetings, right? So now this thing called Zoom comes along, is introduced. All of our meetings are moved to Zoom, so we're having these virtual meetings. Everybody's half dressed, and everything has changed, but we still need the same results. And as savvy entrepreneurs, savvy business owners, we don't have time to wait around for stuff to happen. We need to make it happen. If that means, kicking down the door, if that means bringing your own chair to the table, then so be it. There is no time. So you better give yourself a favorite saying of mine. I give myself a finite amount of time to feel whatever I'm feeling, and then it's done. So I did that. I gave myself a finite amount of time. It was like 3 months. No, it was a finite amount of time. And then I said, okay, let's go. Like we doing the opening. You ready? Then I didn't say my name now. I maybe said it in my head. I was like, which is cool. All right. So you had Zoom. So when we learned how to have these meetings, then I'm starting to get flooded with meetings. And Google Calendar. One of the things about Google Calendar is Google Calendar is or email. I'm not even going to pick on Google Calendar. Let's just pick on regular email. Hey, what time's good for you? Email sent. Okay. 2 days later. Oh, yesterday will work. It's just like, no, that's what would happen. That's what would happen. Which is why, can I do this here? This I can do. Which is why our next tech savvy shift is something called Calendly. Calendly, go to Calendly, and it's tricky to say. So it's Calendly, Calendly.com. And what Calendly does is it connects with your calendar. But it does more than just connects with your calendar. It connects with your calendar and shows people your calendar, provides follow-up emails, reminder texts. And it does all of that stuff. What's even better, where is my the integrations? So you can create workflows also with Calendly. But they have integrations. So they have integrations. I wrote these down with your big video providers. So video meeting providers, Zoom, Google Meet. So you can integrate your own Zoom account. You can integrate your own Google Meet account. You can integrate payment accounts. So PayPal, you can integrate Stripe into that. All of this stuff, and it is connected right to your calendar, and it's just awesome. Calendly is out of Atlanta, Georgia, and Calendly is a Black-owned business. So in addition to all of those benefits, Black-owned STEM company, which is phenomenal. So check Calendly out, and it works. It's been great for me. So here's the process. Let me give you the process. So you're sitting in the Zoom rooms, like you get a chat. Hey, I or you send a chat. So if you go back to so I talk about this, how to connect people to people, how to connect anyone to anyone, anywhere, for any reason, without the fear of rejection. You see, I did that. See, I did that. It's all connected. It's all connected. I got you. It's all connected. So how do you reach out and meet people on Zoom? How do you reach out? Go to thenorejectionconnection.com. It's in the show notes, or you can go to thenorejectionconnection.com, and I'll show you for free. The first part is free anyway. So I'll show you for free how to connect anyone to anyone, anywhere, for any reason, without the fear of rejection. How to wake up your network. So I use that stuff in Zoom. Based on what you said, I think it might make sense for us to it used to be, grab a cup of coffee, schedule a meeting, perhaps over coffee, to explore possible synergies. So schedule a meeting, perhaps over a computer, right, to explore possible synergies. Here's a link to my calendar for your convenience. So then you shoot them your Calendly link, and what they do is they click on it, and then they go to a time that is available on your calendar that's already linked to your calendar, and they're talking back and forth. They'll get a reminder. They'll get whatever you customize that to be, and it's all right there. And I tell you, Calendly saved me in COVID year. Definitely saved me in COVID year, because it helped me stay on top of all my meetings. It helped me to keep track of everything, and it was awesome. So shout out to the guys at Calendly. I appreciate that. And I could have sworn I had something for you, but I don't. So virtual cup of coffee. Thank you for that. In our last segment. Wow, last segment. I know it's a shame. But in our last segment, we are going to talk about something else. So I don't know. So we'll. No, I do know. I'm just kidding. But we'll do it. Call me Savage. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know. It wasn't too bad. Hang on 1 second.
Listen, you need to grow your network in 2021. You need more connections in 2021 because you need to make more sales in 2021 because you need more money. Well, I have something for you. It's a free video and a free script on how to connect anyone to anyone, anywhere, for any reason, without the fear of rejection. That's right. You never feel rejected ever again, because that's the biggest hurdle that we face, that rejection. I'll show you how to never face that again. Go to www.thenorejectionconnection.com. That's www.the.
Oh no, man, I must be tripping.
Connection.com. Watch my free video and get started today. Is your CRM making your business grow? When surveyed, about 90% of business leaders admit
all right, sorry guys, I'm just working behind the scenes and I don't have what I'm looking for.
Why not? Well, it takes too much time and discipline to fill out your CRM completely, and if salespeople the CRM system becomes useless. That's why when we started Salesforce, we asked ourselves, what if we build a CRM
All right,
system
no problem.
that fills out itself? What
What
if
is
we
that?
build a system that surfaces existing data so that you know and remember all about your
I
customers?
don't know why I got a yellow card, but I
That's
can't remember what I
Salesforce does
said.
today. It pulls in all the data buried in your emails, email signatures, calendar, phones, social data, company
It's
data,
probably something
email
about
website,
saying my
and
own
offers it
name
to you in
or
an
something
easy
like
way.
that.
So
All right, guys, last
wanna
segment.
see this
Thank
for
you
yourself? At
for
Salesforce.com,
riding.
get your free
30
trial.
seconds to live. Here we go. Heard your voice this morning. Welcome back to the Savvy Show. I am David Wilson, Business Savage. No nonsense market domination here on IBGR.Network. IBGR.Network. Profit Radio by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. We are a group of highly skilled, solidly personalitied entrepreneurs. It's true. See that? That's how we do. Anyway, by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs, we're a group of entrepreneurs that help other businesses all over the world. So no matter what stage of business you're in, from pre-startup to startup growth, to hockey stick growth, to slow and steady, wow, this business is running really well, to I'm going to retire and become an influencer on IBGR. You can do that. You can do that. Doesn't matter. So come grow with us. Come grow with us. Yes. So Savvy Tech. We are reimagining you, the entrepreneur. So in past shows this season, we talked about the mental health of the entrepreneur. So we started with the mind. We went to the body. We talked about work-life balance. And now we're talking about adding things to that person. So what can we do? What tools can we give to that person to make them more efficient? So we were talking about how we were scheduling meetings. So we learned from the no rejection connection, how to connect to people anywhere without rejection. We learned about using StreamYard to be more present. So StreamYard gets us on video, makes us more present, makes us more visible. Then the video, the presence of the video makes us credible, adds to our credibility. Then as we meet people, that stuff is in place. And now we're offering, we're giving. So remember, give. And I'm just trying to help. So then we just go out and try to help people. We give, and that translates into money. And that's the idea. That's the idea. Profit, revenue. Because that is why we are in business. We are in business to make money. While it is awesome to help people, the goal of a business is to make money. So that's what we're ultimately trying to do. So a little bit about my story as I navigated through these uncharted waters of the COVID world, and got my feet wet, kind of learned how things worked. I think we were all doing that. We were all trying to figure out, okay, how does this work? How do we meet this way? How do we I started lining up meetings on a regular basis. And it was, what I learned was, while I'd much rather be seeing people in person, it was pretty daggone efficient to meet people that way. So whereas there were times where I'd be in Panera and having back to back meetings. So when you could schedule them that way, that was great. But you couldn't always. Sometimes if you didn't have an office, Panera, Starbucks, and there were times where I would find myself in like 4 different Starbuckses in a day, but they're 20 miles apart, and you try not to do that, but sometimes that would happen. With this, it wasn't an issue. So you could go back to back to back to back, and you still have dressed, right? It's now me, that's not my thing, but some people, it's just a little bit too comfortable. We covered that on a prior show. From a brand standpoint, I think this always should hold true. You should always be repping your brand, whatever your brand is. If you wore a suit pre-COVID, you should be wearing a suit during COVID. Some people are like, and you are entitled to your opinion. It's just not right, and that's okay. If you were wearing dresses pre-COVID, you should be wearing dresses during COVID. If a hat was your thing pre-COVID, a hat should be your thing now, because that brand needs to be consistent. If it was a t-shirt, then it was a t-shirt. Keep rocking the t-shirt. Doesn't make a difference. As long as it's consistent. So as I was setting more meetings, we started to kind of come out of the funk. So the dust was starting to settle a bit. Now, granted, this was a bit. This was new to me, but it was new to everyone. And as we started to learn it, and started to have meetings, started to continue to resume making these meaningful connections, opportunities started to come our way, and changes. So PPP came, and for us, for Fund You Up, all of our funding stopped. All of our funding stopped in the middle of March 2020. So March 2020, everything stopped, and we had to reimagine and take advantage of all these technological efficiencies. Take advantage of meeting people, as many people as possible, connecting with them, and we made it. We made it. We made it, and you made it. If you're listening, you made it too. So congratulations. I think this is something that we'll be able to talk to our kids, grandkids, great grandkids about. Like, Poppy, what were you doing during the pandemic? Get out of my chair. It's just. I'm just kidding. It's not going to happen that way. I know it's not. I'm gonna say, hey, get out of my chair. All right. So as business started coming in, another tech savvy shift, and I'm gonna throw this one at you. Let's see, we did Calendly. Let's do this one. I'm gonna do this one. I'm just gonna talk about just the process. So a savvy shift, a shift for the tech savvy tech savvy shift. It's important. One of the things I learned from this whole process, this whole experience with COVID, was the importance of a process. There has to be a process. This is more relevant than what I was going to say. There has to be a process. There has to be a sales process. There has to be a way to capture things. So Calendly really made it easy for me to really create that process. So I had a process for my meetings, then we have to have a process for prospects, and that's where you turn to the website. So what happens when you now that you're visible, now that you're credible, and you're generating all of this traffic, because that's really what we're doing. You hear me do it here when I say, hey, I'll change my banner right quick. Hey, check out personalloans.fundyouup.com. So I'm driving traffic to that website. Or go to allthingsdavidwilson.com and you can find all my companies. I'm driving. But there's a process when you get there. And that's very, very important, that process. What happens when someone does something? So I just want to point to, with the little time we have, the forms. So know where your forms are going. So all of the forms on my website are connected to a CRM. They're connected to Calendly, so you can schedule an appointment. And it's all a process. So I know what's going to happen when somebody clicks on what. The company I use for my website or my web hosting and such is called Bluehost. So there's going to be you'll find that on allthingsdavidwilson.com when the show is over. But make sure, so that the last tech savvy shift is going to be the process. So make sure you have a process, right? And you understand the process, you know where people are going and how you're capturing them and whatnot. So that's all I got, guys. I appreciate you being with me. Thanks for joining me on the Savvy Show, No Nonsense Market Domination. I am David Wilson, the Business Savage. We will see you next week. Savagely Obsessed with Productivity is our next show. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Call my name. Agent Smith is gonna come get me and make me turn this off. But I don't care, 'cause he won't call my name. Pause. Oh, thank you. Too much fun. All right, thank you, guys. I appreciate you being with me. It is the end of the show. It is the end of the show. And it was my pleasure to be with you today. I appreciate it. All right, just communicating with downtown. Got the nod. Good show. So thank you, guys. Let me just drink some of this from the Superfoods company. It just so happened to have a bottle of this that I'm going to drink right now on camera. Hmm. Can it core a apple? Okay, that's a Ralph Grant. That's a Honeymooners reference. Next week, Savagely Obsessed with Productivity is the name of the show. And we will be firing the show namers again because that could have been the name of this show, honestly. But it's not. So we're going to, we'll work that out. I think that the focus of, it sounds like I don't know what I'm doing, but I really do. I really do know what I'm doing. The focus of next week's show is going to be less about products and I think more about actions that we take to make you more productive. So, because we are savagely obsessed with productivity, right? So we had fun. We had fun. We will see if Agent Smith steps in and drops the hammer on the kid. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. I really do. This is fun for me. I hope it's fun for you. I hope you're getting something from it. Even if you're not, you stayed the whole time. So the advertisers are happy. Just a reminder, show sponsor NutriChamps.com, where I get my Savage Nutrition from. So go to www.NutriChamps. It's right here. NutriChamps right behind me on that 3D block up in the corner. NutriChamps.com. Use my code TheSavage1, TheSavage, number 1. And you can get free stuff. You can get a discount. And look around. You know, they have all kinds of stuff there. They have cleansers, they have vitamins, they have minerals, they have supplements, they have something called Super Greens, which is a product I use. Helps you get all your greens and such for the day in a little itty-bitty scoop. So thank you. We'll be signing off now. We'll be back here next week about 2:45 for the pre-show. No nonsense market domination. Savvy show. David Wilson, the Business Savage. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.